Now we have seen it, the deviation from the ideal gas of the real gases. Now we will come to a particular, what you can say, temperature. The temperature at which a real gas behaves like an ideal gas over an appreciable pressure, meaning over a range of pressure, we can say that, is called as Boyle's temperature or Boyle's point. What I said you? The temperature at which a real gas behaves like an ideal gas. Got it? Over a particular range of pressure, over an appreciable pressure range, is called as Boyle's temperature or Boyle point. We have seen the graph now, PV against P. So there the temperature is constant, we can say. So that particular temperature is said to be as Boyle's temperature or Boyle's point. Now next is, we will see the relationship between volume of the ideal gas and the volume of the real gas on the basis of the compressibility factor. On the basis of the compressibility factor, we will see the relationship between the ideal gas and the real gas. So we have already seen it. The compressibility factor Z for for ideal gas, that is PV real by nRT. We can say that. The compressibility factor for the real gas, also to say PV real is equal to nRT. Now, next is here for ideal gas, PV ideal is equal to nRT. So here V ideal is equal to nRT by P. We can say that. Clear? V ideal we got it as nRT by P. So here it is P by nRT. We can say that. So 1 by V ideal, if I take the reciprocal, what will I get? Is nothing but P by nRT. Alright, let us say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now, I will put the value of 2 in 1. 2 in 1 I will put it. So, what is I got it? P by nRT. See here, P by nRT, what I got it? Is 1 by V ideal. So, therefore, when I put the value of 2 in 1, what I get? Z is equal to V real and P by nRT is 1 by V ideal into 1 by V ideal. So what we got the relationship? Z is equal to V real by V ideal. That is volume of the real gas by volume of the ideal gas, so to say. We can say this is ideal. Volume of the ideal gas, so to say. In this way, this is the relationship of the compressibility factor, that is of the real gas and the ideal gas. So we got it. The compressibility factor is nothing but the ratio of the real gas to that of the ideal gas. Fine. Now next, coming to the next one, that is, we have seen that there is a deviation of the real gas from that of the ideal behavior. Got it? So when a real gas behaves like an ideal gas, when the temperature is that is high and the pressure is low. At high temperature and low pressure. Got it? Fine. So, but there is a deviation. And in the compressibility factor, we have seen it, when the temperature is low and the pressure is high, then only the gases show this particular deviations. Listen carefully. We have seen it in the compressibility factor that why they deviate, because the gases are compressible. So what is the compressibility factor? What is the factor required? Under what conditions that they deviate? When the temperature is low and the pressure is high. That means this particular that is pressure high and the temperature is low, the real gas show a deviation from the ideal behavior. The reason for the such a behavior of the real gases from that of the ideal, what you can say, is according to the kinetic molecular theory of gases. Alright, now how can we say that according to? Because you see, we have got this all these particular that is equations or all these assumptions we have drawn it from the kinetic molecular theory of gases only, on the basis of the postulates of the kinetic molecular theory of gases. Now this thing was pointed out by, there is nothing but Van der Waal. So Van der Waal pointed out that deviation of the gas laws, that is from the ideal gas equation, is based upon the kinetic theory of gases, which is in turn is based upon certain assumption. So there must be something wrong with certain assumptions. Alright, we have come to all this conclusion, that is ideal gas equation and all this equation, based upon the kinetic theory of gases, which is based upon certain assumptions. So there must be something wrong in certain assumptions. there must be something wrong in some of the postulates of the kinetic molecular theory of gases. Then only it is showing that deviation from the ideal behavior. So a careful study, it shows that at high pressure and at low temperature, the following two assumptions, following two means there are two assumptions of the kinetic molecular theory of gases which shows a deviation from the ideal behavior. What I said, following two assumptions. Following means in the kinetic molecular theory of gases, there are certain assumptions are there, certain postulates are there. So what are the postulates? One of the postulates we have studied, the volume occupied by the gas molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume of the gas. That is one of the postulates we have studied. Got it? And the force of attraction or repulsion between the gas molecules is negligible. Got it? So Van der Waals pointed out that these two assumptions, these two postulates which is given in the kinetic molecular theory is certainly it is incorrect. Alright, or it is not based upon proper observation. Alright, and hence we need to correct this particular postulates. Alright, for that reason it is showing marked deviation from that of the ideal behavior. Alright, the two assumptions will be true only. Alright, what are the two assumptions I said? Again I repeat, the volume occupied by the gas molecule is negligible compared to the total volume of the gas, and the force of attraction or repulsion between the gas molecules are negligible. So these two assumptions, listen carefully, will be true according to Van der Waals. These two assumptions will be true when the pressure will be low. When the pressure will be, that is true only if the pressure is low or the temperature is high. We can say that. It will be true only when the pressure is low and the temperature is high. Got it? So that the distance between the molecules is large. However, got it? Distance is large, then only when the pressure is lowered and the temperature is increased, what you find is that is the gas molecules obeys the ideal behavior. But the question is, that is, if the pressure is high or the temperature is low, when the pressure is increased and the temperature is decreased, the gas molecules, they come closer to each other. And under these conditions, the forces of attraction or repulsion between the molecules may not be negligible, which was said by kinetic molecular theory, that the force of attraction repulsion is negligible. Now these assumptions are true. Van der Waals says that these assumptions are true only under low pressure and high temperature. But if the pressure is high and the temperature is low, under which condition it shows deviation from the ideal behavior, under that conditions, the force of attraction or repulsion in the gas molecules may not be negligible. It is not necessary. And the volume occupied by the gas molecules is not negligible compared to the total volume of the gas. Alright? So, in short, I should say, Van der Waals pointed out two anomalies from the kinetic molecular theory of gases. Two anomalies, the two postulates which was given by the kinetic molecular theory of gases. He said that it is based upon these assumptions. So when you take this particular assumption, what is that? The temperature is low and the pressure is high, then only it is true. But when the pressure is low and the that is when the temperature is high and the pressure is low, when the temperature is high and the pressure is low, these two assumptions are true. But if the condition is reversed, that is temperature is lower and the pressure is increased, then the molecules occupied by the gas, that is each molecule occupied by the gas may not be negligible compared to the total volume of the gas. And it is also, it may not be true also that force of attraction or repulsion between the gas molecules is also negligible. This anomalies was pointed out by Van der Waals. Straight away, he raised the question upon the ideal gas equation, which is PV is equal to nRT. He straight away raised the question upon it. And he also gave a particular equation. What is that? We will derive it and we will find it out. Alright, I think so. We have understood. That is, he raised two questions. So the volume occupied by the gas molecules is not negligible compared to the total volume of the gas. And the force of attraction repulsion between the gas molecules is also not negligible. When the condition is, again I repeat, when the condition is pressure is high and the temperature is low. Alright, then under these conditions, it may not be true. Got it? And this is actually the ideal conditions which is existing in the nature. So he gave us two things. One is your volume correction. One is your volume correction, another is your pressure correction. So volume correction, he says that, suppose, let us say the volume occupied with the gas molecule is V. Gas molecule. Let us say the volume occupied with the gas molecule is V, small v, not capital V, small v, small v. Volume occupied by gas molecules. What I said? Volume of gas molecules is V. Understood? Now, when the molecules are moving, mind it, when the molecules are moving, then what happens is that the effective volume increases. When the molecules are in motion, now molecules are never at rest, you know that. In Brownian motion we have studied. Robert Brown has showed us. The molecules are never at rest, they are always in a state of random motion. So when the molecules are moving, in case of gases, the effective volume becomes 4 times the actual volume. It is estimated that. It is an assumption that the effective volume becomes 4 times the estimated volume. That is, it becomes not V, it is 4V. The volume is now. It is not V, volume of the gas molecule. It is 4V, we can say. Clear? So let us say this 4B is your nothing but B. We are taking let 4B B is equal to 4V. We can say that. Alright. Now this volume is called excluded volume or co-volume. Or co-volume. We can say that. Excluded volume or co-volume. We can say this particular volume is known as excluded volume or co-volume. Now then what is the free space which is available for the gas molecules to move? It is nothing but V minus what you can say NB, because for one molecule, for one particular molecule it is V and effective volume is 4V, which you have taken it as B. For n number of molecules which is present inside that particular container, so it will be the free volume. Free volume, that means the volume which is left for the gas molecules to move. The gas molecules can move. The free volume which is available for the gas molecules to move is what? V minus NB. We can say that. For n number of moles. This is for 1 mole, we can say that. For 1 mole of the gas. But it's not necessarily 1 mole of the gas will be present here. For n moles of the gas. For n moles of gas, this is. Again I repeat, this is for a particular mole of gas. Particular mole means just 1 mole. So what I have written, volume of gas molecules. For 1 mole we can say that. Got it? So the volume of the gas molecule is V. But when the gas molecule is moving, remember that when the gas molecule is moving, the volume increases. Definitely, the volume increases. So the effective volume becomes now 4V. So that we have taken the 4B as B, which is called as excluded volume or co-volume. Now, what is in the free space available? Alright, so this is the container whose volume is V. What is the free space available inside the container so the gas molecules can move freely? It is nothing but V minus NB. For n moles of the gas, we can say that. So this particular volume is said to be as a corrected volume. We say, according to the ideal gas equation, it said that the volume of the gas present in the container is what? V. But Van der Waals said that no, there are many gas molecules are there, and the gas molecules is moving, the volume is increasing. So definitely the free volume which is available for the gas molecules to move is what? It is nothing but V minus NB. So this is the corrected volume, we can say that. Clear? Under what conditions I am saying? Again I repeat. That is when the gases show deviation from the ideal behavior. That is under low temperature and high pressure. Got it? Clear? So the corrected volume, we got it. This is the corrected volume. This one, free volume or corrected volume. I can say this is corrected volume. You got it. Volume according to the ideal gas equation is what? V. But the corrected volume is V minus NB. We can say that. Clear? Understood. Now, so we got volume correction. Now we'll come to the pressure correction. Pressure correction. The second correction which was made by what you can say Van der Waals is your pressure correction. Because he pointed out 2 anomalies now from the what you can say kinetic molecular theory of gases. He said that the volume occupied with the gas molecules is not negligible. May not be negligible compared to the total volume of the gas. And what you can say is that when the gas molecules are moving, then the force or attraction or repulsion between them also may not be negligible. So, based upon that, he did 2 corrections. One is your volume correction and there is your pressure corrections. Now see, generally what is being said in the kinetic molecular theory, the gas molecules exert pressure on the walls of the container, and that is the total pressure exerted by the gas molecules present inside the container. What I said again? It says that the gas molecules exert pressure on the walls of the container, on the walls. It exerts pressure on the walls of the container. Got it? As a result, whatever the pressure of the container, if I calculate, it is nothing but the pressure which is exerted by the gas molecules on the walls of the container. Alright, if I have to calculate the pressure of this particular container which is containing some gas, then what will I say? It is nothing but the pressure exerted by the gas molecules on the walls of the container. We say that. That is written in the kinetic molecular theory of gases in one of the postulates, that the pressure of the container is the pressure applied by the gas molecules on the walls of the container. But Van der Waals rightly pointed out, he said that what? The gas molecules are only present on the walls. It is not present in the middle here of the container. Is it not present? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes, it is being present in the middle of the container. So, if it is present in the middle of the container, the gas molecules, is it not applying any pressure on the pressure upon the container? Of course, it is applying. Then why we are not considering that particular pressure then? The gas molecules are not only present on the walls of the container, it is also present in the middle of the container, as you can see it here. So, these particular molecules, is it not applying pressure on the container? So, if it is applying pressure, then why we are not calculating that particular pressure? That means the actual pressure is much more than that of the, what you can say, pressure which we are seeing in the container. The actual pressure. What it means, the pressure which is calculated. The calculated pressure will be much more than the pressure which is applied. Pressure which you are seeing in the container. So, according to the ideal gas equation, what is the pressure? P. PV is equal to nRT. Na? So, pressure is P. But Van der Waals says that the pressure is much more, because if you calculate this pressure, why will not take these molecules which is present inside the container, the middle of the container? Why will take the molecules only which is present on the walls of the container? See, if you take these molecules which is present in the walls of the present in the middle of the container, alright, inside the container, then the pressure will be more definitely. The corrected pressure is more. The actual pressure is more. Alright, so the corrected pressure is what? P plus small p. So I need to calculate this P. Now this P we know it from the ideal gas equation. Now this P, it has to be calculated. Fine. Now see, this molecule which is present inside the container, it is applying pressure throughout. Alright, and this molecule which is present in the walls of the container, it is applying pressure only inward, inside. And this, it is exerting pressure throughout, in all directions. We can say that. It is attracted equally by all other molecules. This molecule is attracted equally by all other molecules. But this molecule is attracted inward only. Inward, by the molecules which is present inward. Alright, it is pulled back by the molecules inside. Hence, it exerts less pressure. This exerts less pressure. But when it is equally attracted by all the molecules, it exerts, what is that? More pressure. So, hence more means I have added it up. Alright, this exerts only pressure inside, inward. But this exerts pressure on the neighboring molecules. So this pressure is more than this. So more means it's added. So that is what I have to calculate, the small p. Now, next is, if you see that this P is directly proportional to the pressure here as well as here. So P is directly proportional to D square. D is the density of the gas. What I said, that is P is proportional to the density of the gas. Listen carefully here, because this is the main thing. P is proportional to the density of the gas near the walls of the container as well as the density of the gas inside the container. P is proportional to the density of the gas near the walls of the container as well as the density of the gas inside the container. So hence P is directly proportional to D square. D, both the density. Na? Initially we are calculating only this, not this. Correct? So hence P is directly proportional to D square. Now D is inversely proportional to V for 1 mole of the gas. For n moles of the gas, D is directly proportional to N by V. This is for n moles of gas. This is for 1 mole of gas. Now if I put the value there, P is directly proportional to N square by V square. Here, D square, na? So, N square by V square. To remove this proportional sign, we'll take a constant A. So, A N square by V square. So, what is the total pressure now? Total pressure or corrected pressure? P plus A N square by V square. This is the corrected pressure we got it. Initially, the pressure was P. Now, the corrected pressure is P plus A N square by V square. Understood? So, what is the ideal gas equation? PV is equal to nRT. Now what is the real gas equation? Now see, this is equation which is given by Van der Waals. It is said to be as the real gas equation. So what is the real gas equation? The real gas equation is, that is, we have got two corrections, pressure corrections and volume corrections. So according to pressure correction, P is P plus A n square by V square. Volume correction is V minus NB is equal to nRT. This is your pressure corrections. P plus A n square by V square. This is your volume correction. V minus NB is equal to nRT. This is known as real gas equation, which is given by Van der Waal. Got it? Now what is the significance of A and B here? A and B are the Van der Waals constant. A and B, small a and small b, they are the Van der Waal constant. Van der Waal constant A is the magnitude, A is the measure of the magnitude of the attractive forces among the molecules of the gas. A is the measure of the magnitude of the attractive forces present in the volume of a particular container in the gas. We can say that A is the measure of the magnitude of attractive forces among the molecules of the gas. That means greater is the value of A, larger is the intermolecular forces of attraction. Greater, this value is greater. If A is greater, then definitely intermolecular forces of attraction is greater, and definitely P will also be greater. P plus this also will be more, definitely. Now then, what is the significance of B? B is also Van der Waal constant. What is significance of B? So B is a measure of the effective size of the gas molecule. It is the measure of the effective size of the gas molecules. Its value is equal to 4 times the volume of the gas molecule, which is called as, I told you already, excluded volume or co-volume. It is the measure of the effective size of the gas molecules. B is the measure of the effective size of the gas molecules, and its value is equal to 4 times the actual volume of the gas molecules. We can say that, which is called as excluded volume or co-volume. Now if you ask me the unit, now P is equal to A n square by V square. So A is equal to P V square by n square. So P is measured in ATM. P is measured in ATM pressure. Volume is measured in liter square, and number of moles is mole square. So we can say ATM liter square mole to the power minus 2. This is the unit of A. We can say that. That is ATM liter square mole to the power minus 2. We can say that. Or if it is in bar, pressure is in bar. So bar decimeter to the power 6. We can say that decimeter cube. 1 liter is decimeter cube. So liter square means decimeter cube whole square. So decimeter to the power 6 mole to the power minus 2. In case of bar dm to the power 6, dm means decimeter cube. 1 liter is 1 decimeter cube. So liter square means decimeter cube square. We can say that. So decimeter to the power 6 mole to the power minus 2. Similarly, now V is equal to, I got it, NB, isn't it? Small v is equal to NB. So B is equal to V by N. We can say that. So B is equal to V by N. So volume is measured in liter, and this is measured in mole. So liter per mole, we can say that. That's the unit of B, we can say. So this is the unit of A, and this is the unit of B. We got it. This is all about. Thank you.